car. I called a rental company. They don't have a car. They said they haven't had a car that size in months and didn't know when they were going to have one. So I called the insurance company back, and they gave me $900 because I can't get a car. So they're adding $900 onto my settlement.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So, and I found a few cars around. One I'm really interested in. Don't know if it'll be there when I get any cash, but hey, at least now I actually have another $900 I can add to what I was going to spend, and maybe I'll up a class. I don't know. But I've got a good friend of mine. He said, just give me a call. I'll take you to the car dealer or wherever. And another buddy of mine told me, I'll take you out of town. I said, okay. So,
Yeah, we got you, Tommy.
How you doing, Lawrence?
Sorry, guys. I don't know if Loyalist explained. We literally just got done with Quincy Carrier. It went an hour, and I didn't expect it to go an hour. I expected it to go a half an hour at the longest. But Quincy is very thorough when he talks.
Yes, he is.
which is awesome. I'm good with that. Very very awesome. But Mr. J Toxic Ant, what's up, guys over there watching on YouTube? Appreciate you guys being in here. This was it was a very interesting day today. Had two recordings that we did. One earlier, which I already posted, which was really really good. And then of course, every time I pair up with Quincy, it's going to be an awesome show. That'll be out tomorrow.
Okay.
Once I get done with it. So, but thanks, Ant. Appreciate it. So, I'm sorry, Jack. I didn't get the whole lowdown of your car. You're getting a new one when?
well, I finally got the settlement for my car. And then
That's
they added $900 to it today because they offered me a rental car and they can't get one.
Ah,
So they're gonna pay me for not having a vehicle.
That's good. I'll take that.
So I'm gonna add an additional $900 on top, and now it's just a matter of when I get the money. Probably next week. It's going to be sometime next week before I get the cash. Once I get the money, hopefully I'll have a couple cars lined up. I got a buddy of mine here in town that'll run me around. If one car I'm really looking at in particular that I really like, if it's still available, that's the first one I'm going to go after probably. Unless something comes up in the next few days in a little bit higher price range now. So who knows?
Real quick, what's up, Marquise? And then this, I think, is geared towards you, Jack. He says,
nice
he says, I'll sell you a nice Impala SS.
Super Sport.
What
yeah.
year? What year?
About
What
a 60,
year?
about a 66.
what year?
So I apologize. This actually, it looks like it is live on YouTube rather than. So
Thank you for telling me.
I did not realize that I forgot to click that this was a private one.
Okay.
But hey, you know what? It's
Hey,
a free
have fun.
share for people out there. Every once in a while, I think we should do something like this, right?
Okay, yes,
Let people in on our Patreon
What
shows.
we're doing, yeah.
Absolutely. We do this every Thursday. We have a hangout. People come in, join, we talk. And it's not just about sports. We just come in, talk about whatever. And we'll have to be kind of a little bit careful on
Yes.
exactly what we talk about since we are live on YouTube.
Yes.
We're not nearly as careful what we talk about when we're not live, and it's a private conversation just with the Patreons. If you want to join this at some time, feel free. Use the link in the description. It's only $5 a month to join Patreon. You can come in and do this every Thursday. It's generally at 8:00. But this one was held back an hour because I was busy recording, as I said, when I came in with Quincy Carrier, and it went over a little long.
So how you doing, Brandon? How's the new chair treating?
How's the what?
How's the new chair treating you? You get it all together yet?
That's a story and a half. So I ordered it and unfortunately, it was going to be here the day I was leaving to go out of town. Put a vacation hold on it. Then fast forward about a week, I didn't get my package, and they said FedEx was saying it was delivered. It wasn't delivered. My phone was saying it was in California, so the company's just sending me a new one.
It's like, I was tweeting about you guys. What are you doing to me?
Oh wow, MJ, man, I am so happy for you. Just found out that to his surprise, he does not have cancer. So I'm down for some surprise Colts ball
Wow.
to celebrate.
Let's
That's
go.
awesome. I'm glad I'm here
That is
for you.
awesome.
I'm glad you do not have cancer. That's
Yes,
huge news.
that's
man.
fabulous.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. So
Good news 2 weeks out.
absolutely. Just let you guys know, we just talk whatever. We don't even talk sports half the time while we're on here. So if you're expecting us to sit here and talk nothing but Indianapolis Colts, you might be in for a surprise. Okay.
Yeah.
We talk about food, cars, our bowel movement problems, whatever.
All movements or lack thereof.
Or lack thereof, because we're all old here except for Brandon.
Basically, what Lawrence is saying is ask some really good questions or something if you want to keep it Colts related.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, how's the weather down there in Florida tonight, Matt?
It's actually quite nice. We just got done with the rain, so it's kind of quite cool right now. It's not bad.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And what's it like down there where you're at, Jack, right now?
Typical hellhole.
Oh,
I don't want to. I left the door cracked open when I got home from getting groceries.
Oh no.
Because the dog needed to go out.
Oh.
Because she can get it open once she's ready to come in. But she's not a very big dog. The problem was this time when she got in, she barely got the door open just enough for her to slither her little ass into the house. And then a little wind came along and blew the back door open.
Oh.
And I've got my back to the door, putting stuff up in the cabinet. I'm wondering why this corner all of a sudden is so hot.
Yeah.
There's a toaster there. There's my oven. There's my stovetop with the gas. So I've got pilot lights. And I'm like, why is it so fucking hot? Oh, excuse me. So hot over here. And I turned and I saw the light, and I'm like, oh, well, the back door's wide open. Yeah, it's just nasty. It's just nasty.
So, in case you guys don't know and don't follow me on Twitter, I had a bad morning. I started the day off terrible. Okay. I wake up, I grab my coffee cup. It's, I don't know about you guys, but until I get my first cup of coffee, I'm still sleepy eyed. Don't even know what in the world I'm walking through. I could be trudging through a swamp and not even realize it. But so I grab my cup, which is the cup that you guys are used to seeing me with, right?
Okay, all right.
The big cup. I've got this now. I'm walking down my staircase.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Walking down my staircase early morning. There's no light, so it's not well lit. It's kind of dark, and it's carpeted with gray carpet. And my black cat Pepper, the 18-pound big black cat that I have, is laying completely across one of the stairs.
Oh no!
And I step with all of my 280 pound self right on his midsection, and step full onto him, and then slid off of him, and I went right down the stairs. My back, everything just crumbled over the top of him. I messed my foot up real bad, broke the snot. I mean, there's no way I can't even glue that cut back together. But I'm laying there, 3 toenails missing off my right foot. My left toe, my left big toe is black and blue, and I'm in serious pain. But all I can do, my wife is sitting there on the couch, working on a piece of stained glass, and she jumps up, obvious, and she's trying to get me. And I'm like, go check Pepper. I'm afraid he's dead, because I mean, you can't do that. And she runs upstairs, and he's been hiding under the bed, my bed, all day. not moving at all. He's moving around, but you know, he doesn't get out. He will not let me any. I grab some cat treats where he'll fight a bear to get to these cat treats. Okay.
He's not eating them.
And no, he'll eat them if I lay
Okay.
him down and step away. But when they're in my hand, he won't even come to me.
He don't
Wow.
trust you right now. He's like, no, I thought we were friends. It's like, what are you doing?
That's what cats do when they get injured. They go off on their own and stay away from everybody and everything, so while they can heal.
Yeah, I'm hoping he doesn't have internal injuries, you know,
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
mean that's 280 pounds right on his midsection and then slide off. And I don't know what part of me landed on him or slid around when I
So
went
dark.
down the stairs, you know. But I don't know if I broke my big toe or not. It is incredibly painful. But I've had to do 2 recordings now. Now I'm doing this as well. I did a bunch of stuff today, just trying to power through because I had stuff scheduled and, you know, work goes on. I'm hoping. I'm still worried to death about my cat though, because he's my baby. He's the cat that, when he was like 6 months old, got out of the house and then didn't see him for a month. And then I get a call from somebody saying, hey, I think I got your cat. And there he was 5 miles away on the interstate, hanging out behind a fast food restaurant. So yeah, he's that kind of, you know, I had him fixed and he busted his stitches like that night, trying to jump up on a counter, you know. He's just, but he's the most lovingest cat I have ever had in my life, right? But
He's got his own agenda.
yeah, and I feel
I've had a cat
horrible.
like that. I had
I
a
feel-
cat like that.
I feel so bad for him that I did that. My alarm is going off, so I'm going to hand it over to you guys. Go ahead and talk. I got to run in here and turn the alarm off because I think my wife is sleeping and my alarm's just blaring right in her ear.
Mm.
So I'll be back.
See, them cats, they need those 9 lives for just those instances.
Yeah, that's why they have my life.
Really.
So anything interesting happening over there on your neck of the woods, Matt, with the Patriots?
Well, dude, all I know is all the thing I know, because nothing's starting up yet. All I know is Mac Jones is putting on some lean muscle. I mean, he's looking ripped, and they were throwing when he was throwing like 45, 50-yard passes because he I forget the guy's name, the guy who trained Tom Brady when he was younger in his career. He's training with him right now, and they looked at his velocity, and he's not throwing those big arcs. He's throwing more of those. You know, it's not super. I mean, it's not like, you know, it's not like, boom, and it's there. There's still a decent arc to it, but it's better than it used to be. It's not like that huge arc like that.
Right.
You can tell that muscle is really helping him out. And then
Makes
they
those
said
sideline
that-
passes a lot safer.
right. And now they said now that he's got that only lean muscle mass, you can tell he's really thin and he's got the ab work. So now they said he's going to bulk up now so he can take those hits. You know what I'm saying? But now he'll have that really good muscle on him so he can throw, because I think that's all he was missing. Because, I mean, he looked like an old man. He had an old man's body on him. I mean, that's not good at playing the NFL. That's probably what he was actually lacking is muscle to play with.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, another quarterback you guys had that old man bod whenever he came out of the combine.
Yeah, Tom Brady. Yeah, Tom Brady. I mean, yeah, but he was muscle, but he was just nothing. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much. And he's getting the training to know how to move his body and ways to throw by a great quarterback coach.
Yeah.
Tommy, did you guys see that? You guys see that Michael Pittman Jr.'s
I didn't watch it, but
YouTube channel?
I seen the thumbnail for it when I was scrolling through YouTube earlier. I didn't have time to go click on it and watch it, but yeah, I know
It was pretty funny.
It
It was pretty funny. He's sitting there and he'll read these tweets and he's like, basically dogging him like, that ain't even me. Come on, you can do better than that. And he's like, I'm not trying to generate a bunch of hate tweets coming my way. I'm thinking in the back of my mind, well, sir, that's exactly what you're doing. The trolls are hearing that going, oh,
We got this.
hey, did you remember? I know we got in here late. Did you remember Ray and Mike?
No, I did not. I didn't send it either one of them. If you do send it to them, please inform them that this is live on YouTube.
Okay, will do.
So, okay. Even though we don't have a whole bunch of people, I don't know. Views for my stuff is way down, and I don't know why. Probably because of some conversations that we've had in the past. I don't know, because I'm seeing regular views for other channels be normal. But we'll see. But I'm
Smash
enjoying
that like button.
Yeah, just hit the if you're watching this on you, hit the like button. Hit the like button. It helps. It helps a ton. Man, and I love doing this AFC breakdown that I'm doing. Bringing in, I didn't even think about bringing in guests until I already had the Bills and the Dolphins done. And then I was like, I should bring guests in that cover these guys because I mean, I could have had Rico on for the Bills, and I could have had Dudley Do-Wrong on for the Miami Dolphins. I'm so upset over myself. So if either of you guys watch this, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I didn't reach out to you and think about that ahead of time. But today, Ingraven and Quincy, two stand-up dudes, very respectable, very intelligent guys who I absolutely enjoyed fully sitting there recording with. And what? No, I do not, because I did not watch boxing until around Sugar Ray Leonard. So,
Okay.
And that happened a little after that. That was more in the 80s rather than the 70s.
Oh yeah, Muhammad was ripped.
He was ripped.
So was Cassius Clay.
Oh, really?
Yes.
He was.
I
He was I think he was even more. He was even more ripped.
Awesome.
See, I remember. I mean, I grew up watching Lou Alcindor. Everybody know who Lou Alcindor was?
I've heard the name.
Before my time.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
I know
So
who
he
that
was
is.
He was Lou Alcindor in college, and he was Lou Alcindor's his first few years in the NBA. All of a sudden, it was Kareem. I'm like, okay, I thought, and my dad said the same thing that Muhammad did back in, because when Muhammad did it, I wasn't sure. I still wasn't understanding. See, I went to a military church every Sunday. We went to the Protestant service. If you weren't Catholic, I had no idea what religion anybody was, man. Because Protestant, I was Protestant. I didn't know. My mom was Southern Methodist until I was 12 years old, and we were in California, and we went to a Methodist church one Sunday, and I asked Dad, why did we go there? Well, your mom's Methodist. I went, really? I didn't know that. So
I didn't even know there was more than one religion until I was like 10.
yeah. But so it was confusing with Muhammad, but I understood better when Kareem did it. And I thought, well, okay.
Well, to each their own.
He was still throwing his sky hooks in left and right, and
Yeah.
for a long time he did that.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
I didn't think he would last that long because he really wasn't that big, but he carried a good body muscle. But he stayed out of the middle of the crap underneath the basket, and that's where the sky hook came in. And he was deadly with that thing.
Yeah.
He was absolutely deadly.
Wow. Speaking of basketball, Brandon, what's the Pacers looking like right now? Are you there? Earth to Brandon.
Nope.
His mic's muted.
Yeah, I know. He always
He should still be able to hear us.
I know.
He must have walked away. All right, I'll have to hit him with that question later because he follows basketball pretty darn hard.
Yeah.
I do not as much anymore. I follow a different league for basketball than the NBA.
Well, the
Almost an NFL.
Pacers were setting history. They gave DeAndre Ayton an offer sheet to make him the highest paid max value on his contract and stuff. So now the Suns got 48 hours, I think it is, because he's a restricted free agent. So they've got 48 hours to add in a competition bet, competition offer and stuff. So that's a big grab that the Pacers don't normally do. So that's interesting, because they're talking about putting him with some of the young talent that we picked up or acquired last year.
And this guy's good.
Yeah, it's crazy they're going for a big man, but yeah, he's from what I've gleaned, he's a fairly I'm like you, I don't follow it that closely. I've been trying to pay a little more attention just because everybody wants you to know a little something. That's all I know is a little.
Yeah, I don't know anything about basketball. I know a couple names.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I watched a few of the finals games and semifinals games.
Yeah. Well, that young man Halliburton that they got through the Sabonis trade and stuff. There sounds like they're really trying to build around him, and I think that. Sorry. Jack, I loved you on Duck Dynasty. LOL. What do you guys think of the USFL?
There you go. Any USFL fans here that can throw in some information on that?
Don't watch it. I know. I think Goki's watching. I'm not sure if he's watching that or Canadian League. I can't tell.
Okay.
I can't get into a league that plays in one city for the season. You got one team that's a home team, and everybody else, they're just there. Until they break that thing up, there's no way to get any kind of loyalty. Although I don't know which team probably the New Orleans Breakers. But to me, they're not the New Orleans Breakers because everything they do is over in Birmingham until they got to the playoffs. I'm like, well, yeah. If you're the home team, right, and you're playing the Birmingham team, well, who the hell's going to have more fans in the stands on their side of the field? They're going to be 2 over here, and 6,800 or however many they're getting at the games over on the other side. It's just, I don't know. To me, it was just kind of a dumb setup. But I'm assuming they're going to branch out at some point when they can figure out where they're going to play these guys in Baltimore or in Philadelphia and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I
just can't get into it.
Yeah, I'm more into can't wait to see the XFL again because the last time we saw the XFL, it was
correct,
freaking fantastic.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Yeah, it was. I was impressed with the Houston team with the backup from the Colts.
Philip Walker.
Yeah,
Philip Walker.
Yeah, P. Walker.
Yep.
PW. He was having a fantastic season.
Yes, he was.
He was. I got to see a lot of Houston games here, and he was having a great season. And all of a sudden, gone. Damn.
Yep. But it'll be back with Chris Johnson bringing it back. Something I want to see. I don't know if you guys saw this on social media. Toxic says that the NBA's turned into a series, a game of horse. Speaking of game of horse, did you see LeBron James? There was a video of LeBron James just sitting there, just burying full court shots.
Oh no!
Yeah, he was just sitting there, full court. Like he started at the foul line from the other side and drained one, and then stepped back and then drained 3 full court shots, and he didn't even look like he was putting any effort into it. like none. He's just like wrist, swish, wrist, swish, wrist, and it was all one clean shot, so you know it was back to back. I'm just like, wow, that's actually pretty darn impressive.
Yeah,
Uh,
love him or hate him, that's impressive.
yeah, yeah, that's pretty impressive. MJ says, Mr. J says that yeah, XFL is definitely better.
Yeah,
Heck, I don't mind the CFL either. I mean, the rules
Right,
are a little
right.
bit different, but I enjoy
Yeah, the rules are
watching the
different.
CFL.
I watch
Mhm.
CFL.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't watch it on a consistent, but it's
Mhm.
still I enjoy it.
Jeff says, all I know is
Yeah,
Pat McAfee
yeah.
commentating on every sporting event ever.
Even golf. Oh, I could see Pat doing golf. You ever seen Dorf on golf?
Yeah.
Yes,
You see Pat on golf. Oh my God.
absolutely. MJ says that he misses the days of Reggie Miller and the whole choking with Spike Lee. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I missed. That's the last time I really spent time hardcore with the NBA was back in those days with Reggie and Chris Mullen
Yeah.
and Rick Smits and the Davis boys and all of them. Absolutely.
Jalen Rose. Yeah.
Yeah.
That, like you said, we had over and over, we kept having the best six man because the team was deep and balanced. Well, I guess from what I've understood, the Pacers are trying to put some decent product out on the court this year. So,
Brandon's back, so we could ask him finally.
Loyalists don't get happy about 8, and Suns match the offer sheet.
Yeah, that's what I was telling them. That I said I figured they would. A lot of people are figuring that's just they're going to run the price up on them, right?
Yeah, they kind of got backed into a corner because they couldn't get Kevin Durant, and then the Pacers are like, "Well, we're not waiting no longer. Here's a max offer sheet." So the Suns basically had to either, well, once the Pacers had put the offer sheet, it was either let Eaton Walker sign him.
Why are they pushing so hard for a center, though? I don't know. I mean, is he really that much better? Or, I mean,
Turner's not gonna do it in the finals. You're just not gonna do it. We saw it, and I've even said it. No matter what you say about the center position not being a focal point, when it comes to winning championships, you need a center, a pure center. Miles Turner is not a pure center.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't like all that body-on-body contact. He likes to pull it out and be outside the 3-point line.
He's just a super tall 4 is what he is.
So this is interesting. So I basically told you guys about what kind of day I've had so far. Can anyone match the kind of day that I've had already?
Oh, hell no. You win.
I'm just curious. I was hoping for something to make me feel better.
Well, I will say that I think you did me a solid because I was dealing with my car when you sent me the text saying, "Hey, we're going to go live in about an hour, or we're going to go do a record in about an hour." And I was about 3 minutes into this rant against the guy that's trying to charge me to get my car back from him. Dude's had it for a better part of 6.5 weeks, and now he's wanting to charge me for storing the car. And I'm like, no, you've been supposed to put it, getting it into a shop and getting it fixed. I'm like, I got to have it for training camp, and it's 2 weeks. I was like, I got 14 days to get this car up and running, and you haven't even got it into the guy that's doing the work and stuff. So,
that's right. You charge him rental. Screw it.
That's what that's what I told his partner, his young employee. I think he was just sort of backing him up type of thing because he left a voicemail for me saying give him a call in the morning. So I think it was one of those that his young buck had sat there and took a stance, and he was just sort of, which that's whatever. If that's the way he wants to do it, okay. But he won't see me there again.
As we're going through the schedules.
Glad to hear it, Mr. J.
Yeah. Good to hear that. Yeah. Demirage. is what Toxic calls it. Okay. Um, as we went through the AFC East and the AFC North schedule, because both of those two divisions are in there, they straight up. I just realized they got some pretty tough schedules too. I thought that the Colts had a tough schedule this year, but some of these other teams have got. Oh my goodness! Hey, I want a quick shout out here to Joe here, Kinkado. What up,
Kinkado,
man?
yeah.
$5. Hey, Law loyalist at work, but wanted to pop in and show support. Enjoy the weekend. Hey, man, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a good day at work, though.
Wanted to mention also, guys, that all this stuff is basically Lawrence for this month. All the live chats and donos and stuff he's going to wrap up into. We're going to use some of that money to help us get back and forth to all of the training camp sessions. But anything above and beyond, he's going to buy a jersey or a helmet or something and get it signed there at training camp, and we're going to sit there and raffle it off to the guests.
Yeah, we'll have giveaways here for signed items from players and coaches and stuff from training camp. So absolutely, if you want to use super chat, super thanks. If you're watching this later, if you want to use the link in the description for that direct, it works the exact same way. Every dime of it from here and through training camp for the next month is going to be going straight to that. So thanks so much. It's awesome that you brought that up, man, because I didn't even think about it. Another thing I need to bring up is the Discord. I need to drop the Discord link in here. So somebody talk for a minute while I go grab me a Discord link.
Yeah, guys,
Okay.
you outside of Jack, we haven't quite got Jack over to the dark side on the Discord, but
It's not my fault. I've been trying, but Discord keeps going. So, everything I tried, they reject. I even set up a new account. I get it. You get to your Discord. It will not let me in. I've got to whatever it is I got to do to that account.
Go incognito and try VPN or something.
So I don't know. I don't know.
But yeah, man, I ain't seen Kinkado in quite a while. I'm pretty glad that he popped in there. He's a few of them that I haven't seen Ross in a minute.
Yeah, Ant Rogers, good to see him.
Yeah, it was really great to see Ant Rogers. Absolutely, man. That's really, really awesome that we're actually seeing some people here in the chat that we haven't seen in quite some time. But yeah, that's the link in the description for the Discord. I don't know, about 70 some, 80 some people in there right now. We're in there usually talking.
It's in the chat also. Right?
Yeah. It's in the chat. I dropped it in the chat just now. But we're usually in there talking late at night. You'll catch us playing video games, streaming that live as a online group, just sitting there, just hanging out. No link. You had to use super chat. Okay, it's all good. It's all good, man. Appreciate it though. Anyhow, no, there is no link in the description because
wasn't set up that way.
It wasn't set up that way. Oh well, I will add it. I can't add it right now, but I will add it to the comment, the description of the video. But still appreciate the super chat. So which team are you looking forward to breaking down the most that we haven't done yet, Loyalist, for the AFC?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm very intrigued just to dive into the AFC West to really, because for me, what I've been doing is I've been going like what we're doing on the channel, but I'm dismantling it and I'm doing some research because, like I told you, I was more of a Colts-centric. This year I've been working on a lot, and this has been real beneficial because, like you said, you get these guys and you get to hear, like we know things, or we at least we feel like we have some insights and stuff that aren't always prevalent that you might get through the national media and stuff, and that's what we're getting from these guys. So it's an intriguing take, and and it's cool because you're trying to keep them short, but it seems like they're wanting to talk and keep the videos longer than more than anything else.
Yeah, he said Mr. J says that he thinks the Raiders are going to surprise people. I got the Raiders winning the West, to a lot of people's surprise, and I actually have a couple people that cover the Raiders. One of them is a national radio sports guy that covers the Raiders that I have on a couple times. Been on his show, been on national radio with him when the Colts and the Raiders played last time. So that was fun, and he'll join the show. Another guy is a YouTuber. I know quite a few of the YouTubers, and if I don't, the guys that I do know people. So that kind of helps me out a little bit. So it's fun. Like I said, it sucks that I didn't think to get Rico and Dudley for the first two videos, because I didn't realize that I was going to do this as a guest thing. It was just going to be you and me, and it was going to be like a 10-15 minute video. And now that we're getting guests, they're ranging more like 30 to 50-minute videos. But they're still really fun because the insight that you get from these guys are just phenomenal.
Yeah, I can't wait for that one from today to come out, because I know you said that you're trying to keep it short, but I thought some of the kicker stuff was pretty funny.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that. So I was like, oh, he's going to have to take some of that out, but that's a shame.
Yeah. Quincy went on like a 6-minute spiel about kickers in the NFL and how it's almost impossible to scout them.
Is that something that you can drop in the Patreon unedited, and then, like you said, send out the edited version for the YouTube?
Yeah, I could probably do that.
I
it's
probably
not
ought to
hard.
ask you, yeah. I probably ought to ask you not in front of everybody, because now you're like, oh, great, thanks, loyalist.
No,
more work.
That's what you pay for.
That's exactly that's a Patreon specific thing. Again, it keeps coming up. This is a Patreon stream, and people out here on YouTube, this is the kind of stuff that you get when you're a Patreon member. Is you get the unedited versions of the videos that I put up. So
yeah, you do the Believe in Colts podcast, and you get to sit there and watch Gerard and him have sort of their conversation and about interesting things and stuff that may not make the podcast. So there's a lot of upside to this Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
I like to catch them when they first start, because they're just talking.
Yeah, that's all we do. Yeah,
kind of filling in on your weekend and all that before you get into the actual broadcast.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun to watch. So the back and forth. Yeah.
You can see JP was like, this whole dad thing is, because it looked like he was a little overloaded this week. Not overloaded, but he had his hands full.
Yeah, definitely.
It under control, just his hands full.
Well, he's looking forward to school restarting, so that says everything. Right?
Aren't all parents about this
right?
time of year?
Yep, absolutely.
I am, except my darn son, because he has to go to a different school. He doesn't have to, but that's where he went last year. So we have to drive him because the bus won't pick him up. So now it's like, hey, this second car is even bigger issue if we don't get this, because he literally his school starts the day before training camp. I'm like, that's just crazy. I told my wife, I'm like, he could miss a day, would still take him. But I guess I better not do that.
All right, guys, I'm going to share this on Twitter because.
Uncooperative.
Discord is being uncooperative, huh? Well, that's
a nice way of putting it.
That's odd, because it generally is cooperative, but apparently not with you guys. That's weird.
It doesn't like us computer illiterates, is what it is.
Well, I'm glad it let me in.
They find it real easy to keep me off, because after a few minutes I get pissed off and just go fuck it and log off and go about my business.
Remember, we're live, Jack. But yeah, I know what you're saying.
God damn it. Sorry.
Uh,
Jeez. I'm old. What can I say?
It hates my guts, Tommy says. So I've been pretty wrapped up with, getting these records and stuff ready. Anything exciting happen on the real world?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Real world. I don't even want to know what's going on in the real world anymore.
I know.
Yeah. Call me in November and let me know the results. I'm not listening to this shit anymore. Either way, anyway. God.
Yeah. When it comes to politics, I kind of just
Oh yeah,
turn my head.
I wasn't talking politics. I just
Thank God for the Motor Trend channel, because that TV stays there most of the time, whether I'm watching it or not.
That's kind of the benefit of having a lot of these paid like services like Netflix and stuff like that, where you can stay away from TV and radio and just sit there and focus in on watching stuff that you actually want to watch, rather than deal with what other people seem to think is important and that you need to know.
Really.
that's
I do that. I do that on YouTube. I sit back here in my hobby and I got one hand on the computer and one hand over here trying to build a model.
Martin struck a chord for me last week when he was talking about watching the Colts game. So I've gone back and I've started finding old Colts games. I watched tonight on the schedule because my wife works third, so most of the time I'll leave something on in the background. So I'm going to watch Andrew make the comeback against the Chiefs tonight. I think that that'll end up making me fairly happy. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of the old Colts games. Peyton Manning beating Peyton Manning in the 2006 AFC Championship game. Got to watch that one last night. That put a nice smile on my face.
I've been watching rerun the old Star Treks, the original series.
Yeah.
So I'm in their final third season there, about 5 episodes in. So I've noticed something though that I didn't notice prior.
The sets got better.
Well, no.
Ooh, they suck.
Do you guys remember in the Next Generation when Beverly Crusher wasn't there? They brought in a different doctor, right?
Yeah.
The older lady, right?
Yeah.
She was in a few episodes of the original series.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
But I recognize it was her voice immediately gave it away. Watching the original series, I was like, I know her. She's the doctor in the Next Generation when Crusher's not there. And
was she also like the assistant to Bones or something?
No, she was not she was a doctor in one episode, and in the other episode that I have watched so far, she was a blind telepath. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Can't do that nowadays. Heck, social media will roast you. You can't use her. You're double casting. I'll be back in a minute. I gotta been in this chair for a bit. I'll be right back.
Those people were taking any jobs they could get, especially the understars, they're trying to make a name. Because you see a lot of, and I know back in my day, you would see a lot of actors through 40 years. They had bit parts in this movie, that show, this show, that show, this movie, this. And for 40 years, that's what they did. You don't know their damn name most of the time,
Mm-hmm.
But you go, there were lots of folks that went through Andy Griffith that ended up in TV shows somewhere later on wrong the line,
Absolutely.
I just saw this guy on Andy Griffith, yesterday.
Mm-hmm. I did that a lot with Supernatural. I was a big Supernatural fan. Watched like every episode multiple times, and then I go back and now, like when I'm watching other TV shows, I'm like, I know that person. They were in
Right.
episode blah blah blah. You know,
Right.
there's just a ton of them that's like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
X-Files is the same thing. There was a
Mhm.
lot of people on the guest star in the X-Files that became big things.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's and a lot of the ones that I'm talking about really didn't become big things, but they
Yeah.
worked for 40 straight years, basically,
Yeah.
in TV and not really movies, but television series or just that kind of stuff. He was one's a newspaper writer on one, and next one he's a garbage truck driver. You you never knew. You just never knew.
Nope.
Or a taxi driver.
Yeah, I remember watching there was what was that? Oh man, I can't remember his name now. He played the Penguin in Batman movie.
Burgess Meredith.
No,
Movie. Sorry.
movie. Not the TV series.
Oh,
I know the TV series, not the movie.
John Candy, is it?
No,
DeVito.
Danny DeVito. Yes.
Yeah.
So I was watching a Danny DeVito, and they were like, "Were you in Taxi?" And I'm like, "How do you not know he was in
Taxi? Are you?
If you
freaking
watch the
kidding me?
show, it's pretty obvious."
Taxi?
You never watched Taxi?
No, I did, but it's like the first thing that came to their mind is Taxi.
Taxi. Yeah.
I know he was in Taxi.
I'm like,
the
there's
TV show.
other stuff out there. Twins, the
little more
movie
recent.
Twins.
Twins.
You know, there's quite a bit of there's this
I
other
actually
show
like him in-
that's out there right now where he likes to like be in every episode without his pants on. It's Always Sunny.
Yeah, that's right. He was in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
As good as it gets, I think. Was he in that one?
I don't
Well, what's-
remember if he was in that. That was I know that
the movie with what's his name? God damn, my one.
oh well.
Travolta. The movie with Travolta, and he plays the hitman.
Get Carter?
Oh, I look it up. I got my idiot box.
No, that's not Get Carter.
Yes, Get Carter. Yeah, I think that's it. Hold on.
No, because Get Carter is Stallone, I think, actually.
Yeah. What is it?
Well, technically, it was Michael Caine originally, but if you want to go that way.
I'll look it up and see if he's there.
Go lay down. Go lay down for a little bit. You've been
I can't
ruining my lap for the
now.
last hour and a half. Go lay down. Go
Pulp
lay down.
Fiction. What? No,
I
he
couldn't-
wasn't in Pulp Fiction.
Hey, John Travolta was.
John Travolta was. I'm talking
John
about.
Travolta, Danny DeVito.
Yeah, I think he was talking about Danny DeVito, and I don't think Danny DeVito was in Pulp Fiction.
I don't think so. I wasn't impressed with that movie, but I'm not a real Tarantino fan either. So.
Get Shorty. That's the
Get
movie
Shorty.
you're looking for.
Well, he was in the sequel called Be Cool.
Yeah, I watched both of those. Yes. Oh, now, I remember. It took me a minute to remember, but I remember Get Shorty. I just couldn't remember the
Get
name
Shorty.
of the movie.
What, what actor are we talking about?
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito, but he
Oh.
played the movie star in that, and he played a good role in that.
Mm-hmm.
You guys ever see him in Renaissance Man?
Yes.
I think I've seen everything that Danny DeVito's been in.
Yeah, where he was on the military camp and military base and was helping the Double D's.
Guys,
Dimmer than dog dookie.
I don't know how long that we're going to run this for tonight because my foot really hurts.
Oh, rub some dirt on it, man.
Okay,
Put some
Joe.
tussin on it. Put some
Okay,
tussin
Joe.
on it.
I like I said, I got my 3 middle toes on my right foot have no toenails, and my big toe is black, like all the way up to
Ooh,
yeah,
that's not
it's
good.
torn over. So yeah, it hurts pretty bad.
Good.
No,
Like you said, you're sitting in a chair. It doesn't help that you can't get it propped up. But
yeah,
You got
and
crutches?
no,
You
I
got
don't have any.
crutches?
No, I just limp everywhere right now.
Yeah.
But
Well,
you're right, Toxic. Not as bad as the cat. Yeah. Yeah. All right, man. It's good seeing you. Glad you was able to join, Mr. J. Appreciate you. This is, like I said, it's what we do every Thursday night, but it just costs money to watch and join. But hey, those of you that do join actually get a link to join, like the other guys that are in here, that are part of Patreon. So that's kind of a benefit. So
yep, you can
all
be
right.
like Brandon. You can go incognito like Brandon,
there
or
you go.
you can sit there and
Yeah.
flash your pearly whites like Jack.
I say you could be down here and be all fuzzy.
We need a
Believe
GoFundMe
me,
page
you don't want to
for
see this
Lauren
face anyway.
to build a ramp outside his front door.
Well, this was from my upstairs to my downstairs that happened. So
All right.
yeah, my coffee cup was, as long as my cat is good, then my coffee cup took the worst of the brunt damage. But I think my cat is going to be okay though, because I just saw him walk
Well, he only
over
sped
and
2
jump.
lives. Yeah, he only sped 2 lives.
Well,
on that
he's spent a lot of lives before that. I'll tell you
one.
that.
Okay.
In other situations during his life.
Okay.
But yeah, my coffee cup is destroyed. I have to get a new one. Looks like I'll have to get on my own merch shop and
There you
pick
go.
up a
yourself a cup.
16-ounce cup.
I quit drinking coffee, otherwise I'd buy one myself.
Yeah, I mean, there's others. The cups are for. There's all different types of cups, though. There's not just cups.
Yeah.
There's
I know.
tumblers and water bottles and all kinds of stuff that's on that merch shop.
I like the big mechanical looking.
Yeah. Yep.
That way I only have to chase it 3 or 4 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Well,
I'm always got this. The cup goes with me in the car. When I go somewhere.
you know what this is? This is what you get when you
You need to
order.
pee.
No, well, it's a little bigger than that. I'll tell you. This is a pretty good size. No, and I'm
Chi-
drinking everything out of it, but
Looks
right
like
now
a Chinese container or something that
you're close.
they.
This is something that they would put like egg drop soup in or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
this holds your soup from Bob Evans. This is what
Okay.
they put the soup in for Bob Evans, and it has a lid for it too. But I don't need
Yeah.
the lid if I'm drinking out of it.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, that's the only thing I got that's big enough to make up for my coffee cup because my coffee cup was so damn big.
One,
I only-
one pot.
No, well, it held half a pot. It was a 6-cup coffee cup.
Yeah.
So I only had to go down there once, and then, my wife would drink the other half. But I don't. Bam! All right, drink that sucker.
Mine was only a 4-cup mug, so
Yeah,
uh,
it's hard to find those good ones anymore, too, man. Oh,
well, mine's a Colts mug. I didn't use it for years. It stayed in the box because I had a Colts mug that I'd bought before. It was a little smaller, and then finally one day I decided to use it, and I put the smaller one away and been using the big one ever since. That's been almost 15 years ago.
wow.
I've had coffee since my sophomore year of high school, and my wife and I, she doesn't drink coffee either, so we just don't really do it at all. Well, my daughter, I guess that was her first step into independence, but she started drinking coffee, and now she fills our fridge up with these big, massive bottles of creamer, and I'm just like, No. I told her, I said, for Christmas, we're buying her one of the little mini fridges just so she can have all of her coffee stuff because she uses the creamer and then the flavored French vanilla and all this. I'm just like, would you like a little coffee with your not so much
I was
coffee?
going to say, why just pour all that in a mug? Why have the coffee in there?
Mhm.
You pour enough in there, and it cools the coffee way the hell off anyway.
Well, that's the thing. Like we have creamer too, and I do buy it by the half gallon, the creamer at a time. It's like $5,
Yeah, it's a
know,
lot
for one
cheaper
of
that
those.
way. She said, yeah.
Yeah. But and it'll last me a week or so, because we got two people drinking coffee. Me and Kim, my wife, we both drink it, and at least a pot a day. Sometimes 2 pots a day, depending upon what kind of
Good
day
day.
we're having. So, yeah, she's one of those. I'll know if I accidentally take a drink of hers rather than take a drink of mine because I'm like, whoo, that is sweet. I'm like, she used to put sugar in with the creamer, and I'm like, this is liquid creamer. Liquid creamer is already sweet as heck. You don't need sugar on top of it. She don't do that no more. She just adds more creamer.
But that was because she went diabetic on you, right?
Right.
I'll tell you a little trick. If you stop using that creamer, you'll knock off about between 5 and 7 pounds just by eliminating the creamer.
I
did that years ago.
I cut back my soda intake big time. I used to drink a lot of Mountain Dew, and I've been cutting it down more and more. Whoa, that's rare.
I know this is the first. This is the first soda. I didn't have one all of last month, so this was the first soda. And she was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm tired. I like it just sitting there, but I'm still tired." It's like, I said I need to boost or something. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna, in about 10 minutes, you're gonna hear me go. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, real cream. See, I haven't. I've thought about doing that, but I still want the little bit of sweetness to it. I like this.
I do.
Yeah.
I put heavy whipping cream and 2 tablespoons of butter and some monk fruit in it.
Wow.
Which is sweetener.
You're like.
It's a bulletproof coffee.
Yeah, I guess so. Butter and coffee. That's
Butter and coffee. It's grass fed butter.
okay.
Yeah, it's my omega 3s, man.
All right. That's that's cool. I know a lot of people do it different ways. So I personally, I used to do I can't even do powdered creamer anymore.
No.
That powdered creamer is so nasty.
Uh-uh.
And trying to stir it up. We talking coffee? Yes, we talking
Yeah.
Hell
whatever.
yeah, we talking coffee. We talking
This is a Patreon show, so we talk about whatever comes up, and you've already missed quite a bit of stuff.
Yeah.
So just
Hey,
let you know.
If you want, there's also a link in the description, or not. I keep saying it. There's a link in the chat for our Discord also.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. But what was I talking about now? Oh yeah, the powdered creamer when you like pour it in there and it just clump up real big, and you're like spending like 5 minutes just trying to get it to, and then you got to pour the sugar on top of it, and you're like, oh, it's a lot of work.
That's why you pour that stuff in the cup and then pour the coffee in.
Ah,
Exactly.
okay.
Yep.
Like
Yeah, my
that.
parents for a long time used Coffee Mate powdered creamer.
Oh yeah, my dad did for 100 years.
Oh, I can't do it. I can't. I used to. Can't do it now. I got to have
Yeah,
the liquid creamer.
I used to use it, and then I started going to little liquid creamers, and then my father-in-law told me that was latex paint, and I got to looking into it. Actually, I really did. I got to looking into it. I'm like, well, actually, he's not far from correct because of some of the ingredients in it.
Mm-hmm.
You can say it was latex paint. I thought, I think I'll find something different to put in my coffee.
Actually, I'll tell you what I ended up doing for a while. When I ran out of creamer, had no creamer at all. I had Karo sitting up there, Karo syrup,
You put
Yeah.
corn syrup
and
in it?
I used corn syrup, and it worked
Oh,
okay.
man.
Yeah.
I've
Put
used
honey
it
in there, brother.
sweetener.
I've used honey too.
Yeah, put honey's
I
better
use-
for you, man.
I use both Karo and honey as a sweetener.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I could drink a cup of coffee if I had just some sugar, or I could drink it if I just had just creamer. One of the two.
Yeah.
And when my wife, we just kind of quit drinking, a lot of coffee like we were, and she stopped drinking coffee altogether. Well, then it was like there was a whole pot there for me, and I wasn't going to waste it. So every day, whether I needed to drink it or not, I would drink it. Probably not a good idea.
Probably not. That's like having fixing a whole dinner and someone not coming home and not realizing it, and you're like, well, I can't let all this food go to waste.
Go to waste. Hell no.
Hey, Law, check your Discord.
So
Check my Discord.
but then I started drinking with just sugar, and then I got away from coffee because of the price. It got out of my budget. Price did it when Juan Valdez needed a couple more mules. I couldn't afford it anymore, so he had to carry on without me. And I drank tea for a little bit because my wife, she started drinking tea, but I had taken her off of caffeinated tea, so there was still a whole box of that left. So I had tea, and I liked the tea because if it got cold, I didn't care. Whereas coffee, when it got cold, And when I ran out of tea, I just didn't buy anymore, and I just got away from it. And I was surprised I wasn't having headaches because everybody I know that said they quit drinking caffeine started getting headaches and shit. Well, I never got any headache either. So I just, if coffee comes down where I can afford it, then I'll get some coffee. I'll probably buy, I'll buy some coffee. I've got a whole bunch of filters that are just sitting there. I might as well use them up. I already paid for them. But yeah, like I said, I just can't afford it. It's not in my budget. So,
Okay. Yeah, honey's a thing
I'm a
where
truck driver, man.
honey's expensive. I got a jar of organic honey down actually it came from my dad's backyard because he keeps bees
Oh,
on
that's
the
good.
side.
That's good.
Ooh, ooh.
But the jar he gave me is only like this tall and like this big around, and he said, well, that's $30 right there,
Yep.
and I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I'd sell that jar for $30. And I'm like, holy crap. He's like, yeah, organic, straight out, that stuff is
Raw, organic. Yep.
mhm.
Yeah.
The raw
And
honey is
we're not
expensive.
even talking.
It is. It's so good.
But if you don't eat it quick enough, it'll crystallize on you.
Oh yeah, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but honey never goes bad. You can still use honey.
No.
Honey doesn't go bad.
If you take the honey that crystallizes, actually, if you will put it, if you'll boil it in the jar, it'll liquefy back out again.
Huh.
I've got a buddy of
Honey
mine.
doesn't go
That
bad.
he raised bees for years. He said if you ever see that it's got real sugary on top, he said just put it in a pan, turn it on, let it boil for a little bit. He says, and it will reconstitute itself.
Wow.
It will.
Because I have a
all
jar
the,
in there
all the
that's 3
vitamins will
years
kill
old.
off, but
I got a jar in there that's 3 years old, and I was
fine.
afraid. I didn't want to get rid of it because the jar is so pretty.
Right.
no, it's,
You know.
it's fine.
Okay.
They found honey in the Egyptian tombs, and it was still good.
Yeah, honey's amazing stuff.
Yeah,
Well, I
and
mean,
it's anti no bacteria or anything can grow in it.
Yeah. It's also a superfood, and it's also the bees' backup food for wintertime.
Yeah.
So we're just mean old people running in there and stealing their stores.
Taking it away from them.
Only takes so much, man.
Typical old white men.
Yeah. Toxic said for $30, I'd boil it. Yeah. But
Yeah, that
my
was
dad,
one of the tricks he told me. He was like I said, I used to have bees, and they used to give us raw honey, jars of raw honey. He said, "Don't worry about that." He said, "Just do that." He says, "It'll be great." Yeah, it's wonderful stuff. Like Matt says, it doesn't spoil.
Mm-hmm.
okay. Yeah.
There's some good shit, man. And I love the combs. I love getting combs oh.
The comb. You can eat the comb once it's done.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good stuff.
my wife, that's what she uses to eat. Like if she wants to go like cheap with like food and get like chicken nuggets, she don't use barbecue sauce or nothing like that. She just dips it in honey.
Honey, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I do. That's what I do. It's exactly what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I get the chicken nuggets, at the grocery store, the frozen ones,
Mm-hmm.
make me some of those. And I just pour honey over top of them because I've got a big. I can get a 5-pound bottle of honey for $12. So
Yeah, it's an antibiotic, so absolutely, I can understand why they would. So,
yeah,
Except for the recall, I heard they just had a big recall on some honey and stuff. Is one of those emergency FDA things. I guess something about it in the processing. I didn't.
well,
read it
that's
all.
why there's a difference between processed honey and
Processed honey and real honey. Yes,
and
that's
honey.
Yeah.
corn. That's corn syrup. That's corn syrup.
That's a lot of corn
plus
syrup in there.
they
Well,
pasteurize.
no, like I said, I'm not sure, but it's what I thought it was. I
Yeah.
can't afford honey, so I don't.
Pasteurize.
Yeah, but absolutely, man. I don't know, man. I'm holding back to keep my language from being like Jack's.
Or me.
You're the
Or
guy,
me.
Jack.
At least this one because Joe's not here. Because Joe can
Joe's got language worse than me. Yeah, I know.
Joe can drop some words.
Yeah, he can drop some bombs.
All kinds of different bombs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe sounds-
Oh, you should hear him on Discord while we're playing our video game. Brandon
Oh, I know.
eggs him on. We'll be sitting there playing a 3-player
No.
game, and he does nothing but egg him on to get him to start cussing.
What does he do? Call his name, and then after that, it's.
I know the message he left me. It was pretty colorful. It was pretty colorful. Like, okay.
Yeah, put honey on your toes.
That's
I knew who it was as soon as I heard his voice.
that sounds gooey and messy. I'm just saying.
Hey, your cat.
They-
Your cat. Maybe you may make up with your cat. She comes over and start licking it.
Oh no, where my toenails are missing?
No. Just do the black one. She likes black, so just do the black one.
Go lay down. Go lay down.
I don't know if you've had that tender spot on your toe, underneath your toenail, after your toenail. Oh my goodness. Oh,
Thank you.
and the cat tongue is like really like grabs.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
got that. It's got that thing.
Yee.
Oh my goodness, that's worse than nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Don't give honey to your dog. I know that much.
Yeah.
Honey's not good for dogs.
No, peanut butter.
Yeah, well, mine gets plenty of that.
Peanut butter's fun. Just sit there and just watch them work through it for a while.
That's how they got Mr. Ed to talk.
Yeah. Peanut butter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so guys, I know some people said they put you know what,
Yeah.
you got my point. You got my.
That's how they got him to sing. Whoa! Brandon's like, Mr. Who?
Brandon,
No,
do you know who Mr. Ed is?
I'm sure he does. You got to remember,
Mhm.
his parents
He
kept
does.
him
He knows who it is.
kept
His
him
parents are all
well-rounded.
I'm bad with names. I'd have to look it up and tell you guys.
It's a horse.
Yeah, a horse.
A horse is a horse, of course.
Of course.
Unless that
Horse is a
horse's
talking
name
horse.
is Mr.
Red.
Ed.
Between that one and Green, Green.
Oh, Green Acres.
Green
Acres
Acres
is
is
the
a
place.
place
To
to
be.
be.
Unlimited.
Life for me. Land spreading out so far and wide. Keep having just given that countryside.
And I can't. I have a problem with Green Acres because now I'm kind of messed up because Eazy-E had a makeover of that song.
Oh no! I love that theme song. It's one of the best theme songs to a TV show. Beginning of it, I love that.
You know who? I think it was Easy E. Yeah, I think it was Easy E or Two Live Crew. I can't remember.
I like Petticoat Junction's theme song too.
Yeah, Petticoat Junction was good too. Yeah.
You know, I was sitting there when I was just got out of high school and stuff. I went to this convention in Florida, the Fountain Dew hotel, whatever it's called, the really nice place, you know, and everything. I go down there and this it was all to see this guest speaker and stuff, and he was talking about how we were so programmed and stuff, you know, and he whistles like 2 bars of the Gilligan's Island theme song, and he had I kid you not, there was probably 70,000 people. He had everybody whistling it within 2 bars. Like, oh my god, he ain't kidding. It was like, was there a hypnotic suggestion that got us all to do this or what?
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
Nice save, Matt.
That's kind of like, you know, like Jack was talking about his show, the Andy Griffith Show. I mean, you whistle a couple bars of that, and then everybody knows exactly what in the
exactly
world.
what yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Because that's what it was whistling. So it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Remember watching it as a kid. Remember watching it through the years, and remember the wife and I were watching it pretty diligently here for the last 6-8 months. Just watching Andy Griffith, an old barn.
The first time I ever seen the Indianapolis 500 and Jim Neighbors singing "Welcome Back to Indiana," and I was just like, the first time I sat there, I was like, "It's Goober! It's Goober!" He said,
"That's Gomer."
Gomer. That's
Gomer.
what, yeah.
Gomer.
Yeah.
Gomer Powell.
I was only like 8 or 9 years old.
USMC.
Yep.
That was a proud day for the Marine Corps, boy.
But wasn't he also the mechanic? Didn't he also?
Yeah.
He worked at the gas station before Goober's cousin.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Goober had family that had problems, like serious problems,
Right.
where Andy had to go out there, and you know I remember a few episodes with Goober's family. Yeah, that was years ago when I was a kid when I watched it, and I still remember those episodes.
Well, I go to every time we go over to my father-in-law's house, you know, my in-laws' house or whatever, they always have that channel that's like, you know, now I'm drawing a blank on
all the old shows.
Yeah, all the westerns and stuff, you know,
Mhm.
and he watches MASH. You know, now MASH I'm down for. I've seen MASH so much. You know, I mean, I thought that was one of the comedies that I was able to grow up on.
TV Land.
Yes.
Oh, they still have them on TV Land. Yeah.
Yeah. He watches. I mean, he watches that stuff. I mean, like, he's sort of sickly. He's had some medical problems, so he really can't do a whole lot other than watch TV or sit around in the house. That man will watch that thing for 16 hours, TV Land, and I'm like, man, I tap out about, I'm good for an episode or two, but then I'm just like, I'm thinking I'm going to go find a wall to put my head into or something, because it's too, I need action. I need something.
Well,
you see, these are shows that he grew up with, like I did, you know.
Well, so. I did too. I've already watched them all. That's the point.
That's exactly right. I've watched them all growing up and stuff.
That's Groucho, yeah.
Yeah, I got dropped off, at the farm, so if we were watching anything, that was basically what it was going to be on rainy days and stuff. So
yeah.
It was like I was always loving that, but after a while, like I said, in my 20s, 30s, and 40s, I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Oh,
Ponderosa, man. That was
Bonanza.
Bonanza, yeah.
Bonanza, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Man, you had High Chaparral and Big Valley. Of course, Gunsmoke.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
Masha Dillon.
Yeah, see, that was a argument that me and my dad had a lot growing up, was who would win in a gunfight, Marshall Dillon or the Rifleman? And I'm like,
oh yeah,
the Rifleman.
I don't know. Marshall Dillon pretty handy with that little peacemaker we had there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Remember-
but the rifleman, he can get him from a distance before.
Well, the rifleman wasn't really known for it was like how fast that he was with that
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
right?
Right, but I'm just saying, if he's of somebody of equal, I'll just pluck him off early. That's what I got
Remember
this
they-
long barrel
remember
for a
they say,
reason.
You're
Sam
breaking,
Colt made him equal.
Mm,
breaking the rules of the duel.
a little bit.
For the draw. Yeah, the rifleman was old Chuck Connors
That was I actually
and Branded, if anybody remembers that one with Chuck Connors.
I watched a lot of Western TV because that was my dad's
Yeah.
thing, right? My
Mhm.
dad was a big Western. He loved the
Oh, I
Western.
love westerns.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so I got to sit down and watch all the Western TV shows and all the Clint Eastwood movies. And,
Yes,
Mhm.
you
that's
know,
what my dad was a truck driver, so he wasn't home a lot, so he didn't get into the series. But man, like Fistful of Dollars.
I watched that last night.
Oh, yeah,
I did
$2
too.
more.
I did. I was like, okay, I'm gonna check this out for a little while.
Good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
what? Okay, let's
Let's see what
let's
outlaw
let's have an
movie was.
argument. What's your favorite Clint Eastwood movie ever?
Ooh.
Oh damn.
I know mine. I know mine. It's not a Western. You didn't say that. You just said
No.
Okay,
Right.
okay. Well, we'll go with
I got
favorite
I got.
Clint Eastwood Western.
Well, hang on.
Okay.
I gotta ask Jack. Jack, was it Anywhere But Loose, or was it
Any
part of
which
that?
way but loose.
Well,
No.
yeah. There's 2 or 3.
Yeah,
of those.
yeah,
Yeah.
Those were
Yeah, no.
hilarious.
Right turn, Clyde. Uh,
no. My favorite Clint Eastwood was Heartbreak Ridge.
Heartbreak Ridge.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Gunny Highway. Oh
This
God, I
is
love
a-
that movie.
What's going on, Gunny? Just
I love
don't,
it. Yeah,
just don't bore me.
that's it. I was good, the bad, and the ugly. I guess
Okay.
probably.
Okay.
Unforgiven.
$2 more. Oh, there we go.
The Unforgiven.
There we go.
Yep,
Unforgiven.
see right
was
there. The
inside
Unforgiven. The
horseshoes.
end of that movie. The end of that movie is unreal.
Okay. Loyalist.
No, I'm definitely a Fistful of Dollars. You know, that whole trilogy that he put together there. That character was just, for me, he was just so badass, and that little the song just. I even now, you know, like if somebody gets in trouble, I used to walk around going, yeah, and my kids would be like, "Mom's looking for one of us. What'd you do?" No, that was always a little warning. I just give out that whistle. They're like, "Oh, one of us is in trouble."
That's good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
I would think. I also give an honorable mention to Pale Rider.
High Plains
Oh.
Drifter.
Yeah.
Which one was it with the axe handles? Was that
High
Pale Rider?
Plains Drifter was my
High
favorite
Plains
one.
Drifter. Oh yeah, that's a great film. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that which one was it that where he just sat there and bought a bunch of axe handles and beat the living daylights out of? What was that? Which one was that?
That's Hang 'em. I think that's Hang 'em High. Is that Hang 'em
Is it
High?
Hang 'em? I've seen them all, so it's like
I think
get
that's
them.
Hang 'em High.
Mhm.
I think that's Hang 'em High. Mhm.
Yeah, and then you
Was
can't.
A Fistful of Dollars? Was that the one where he was in the military, like during like the Civil War or something? Like, which one was that?
No.
where
I'm watching that right now. Fistful. I watched it last night. Fistful of Dollars. It's where he's just a lone gunman, and he goes to the town, and you have the Hispanic. town
Oh
and the
yeah, I remember
Italians,
now. Yeah.
And he's getting the fat off each side, get the money,
That-
and going against each other.
Matt's
That's-
crushing this.
That's
Right.
the movie. Yes, that's the movie I was asking
Outlaw
about. The
Josie
whole
Wales.
the outlaw Josie
That-
Wales. Yep.
Yeah, that's the
well,
one
just
I was
roll.
talking about with the axe handles and stuff, because in that were
Okay, that's what he's saying. Okay, the Outlaw
It's
Josie
stupid
Wales.
how many good Western movies that
He's in.
this man has.
He's
He's the king of them.
I mean, westerns. You know, he did pretty good with Dirty Harry and the cop movies. If you
I
were
was
into
thinking about Dirty Harry.
yeah. Do
This
you
is
feel
a
lucky?
45. Most powerful handgun.
You have to ask yourself, do you feel lucky, punk?
Well, do you?
Do you? That's the thing. He's got the. You know,
No,
Arnold
no,
Arnold Schwarzenegger was the guy. I'll be back. You know, he had those. You know, whereas Clint Eastwood had the more context, but just more attitude to it. I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember a lot more of Clint's lines than I do Schwarzenegger's. You know,
yeah.
little.
Schwarzenegger's line, like he's got a few of them, but
Yeah.
I mean,
But they're
he's
they're
known
cheesy.
for his one. I'll be back. You know.
Yeah.
Whereas Clint Eastwood, you could just rattle off over and over
Yeah.
and over so many one-liners.
In all different kinds of genres, westerns, military, cops.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
the right
Like
turn.
you feel Bucky Punk.
Only thing Arnold did consistently was that groan that he always did, where you go, like Conan, and then you turn around and you hear it in the Predator movies, and stuff. It's like he's always in a lot of agony and screaming about stuff.
He did that to make the Predator run away. I think it worked.
No, well, actually, I think the
Yeah,
most
Predator.
famous line from Predator is "You were one ugly."
Mhm.
Right.
Yep.
That was a hell of a movie, though. Predator was.
Yes, that was a good movie. That was the first one. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching it as a kid, first time, and saw dude's arm get ripped off, and I was like, "Oh, this is too gory for me." Yeah. Oh. See, this is
My oh, and speaking of, well, that's not Schwarzenegger though. I'm sorry.
Who's
Oh,
that?
good.
I'm sorry.
Who you talking about?
Well,
Well, no. Well, hell, now I can't remember the damn guy's name. Jeez, it's Stallone.
movie Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing, Matt?
Doing pretty good. You know, I was just playing some games and you guys started talking about like movies and Clint Eastwood stuff. I was like, okay, I'm gonna hop on.
This is the kind of stuff we do in
Real
Patreon.
win, you know.
Yeah,
Right,
this is what we do on Patreon. We just sit here
Yeah.
and just talk about whatever comes up, you know, and it's fun, you know. So-
Right.
Especially during the off season, you know.
Oh yeah, so there's not a whole lot going on in the offseason.
Yeah. So
So
we just stay in touch with each other and gab around.
right.
Absolutely. So, so Unforgiven is your favorite.
Unforgiven's
I
my
love-
favorite. Outlaw
Me too.
Josie Wales is right up there.
Yeah.
And then you
Yeah.
guys mentioned some classics too.
See, like I said, the High Plains Drifter, I always love that because
Yeah.
just walking in and then them realizing this town's in trouble.
Mhm.
And, you know, and there were so many remakes of that movie, right? For TV shows, like
jeez.
episodes and other movies and stuff like. And you're an ass, Toxic.
Don't be messing with no cats here, man. That's not right, man. We're cat people here, man. Don't be messing with no cats.
Look, it's fine. I mean, me and Derek on his stream yesterday were joking with JDW about eating his dogs because they were yelling so much.
Oh my goodness. Jack has that problem. Jack's dog likes to sit there and yelp a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all my dogs do.
My cats are generally pretty quiet unless one of them comes up here and my cat that thinks he's alpha like jumps down and tries to get in the face. Then you start hearing, you know, but generally they're generally pretty good.
Yeah.
So what movie of Clint Eastwood? Now I'm not talking anything over that he's directed. I mean something that he acted in. Okay. What movie was the most surprising for you guys for Clint Eastwood?
Oh, easy.
Nice.
El Camino.
Yeah, El Camino.
Oh, that was a great film. Yes.
But that was surprising for you?
Yes. I did not expect that movie from him at all, especially during that time of his life, you know, where he at his age and all that. It was a modern movie. And I mean, he was the good guy, but he was also a hard ass.
Yeah.
You know?
What the good guys are from that genre, that age group, you know? I mean, you look at Joe and stuff.
Yeah, the meal. That's what I was gonna say. Because I watched the trailers, I was like, okay, I mean it looks okay, but it actually ended up being pretty good. But
The The one that
Yeah.
surprised me the most was Oklahoma.
Oh yeah.
I was just like, what? I was like, this dude sings? I was like, no,
Yeah.
wait a minute. He ain't sharing a woman. Come on.
Right. And then like just because of the person he is, Gran Torino really surprised me because he's like just the biggest jerk in that movie, super racist, but everybody talks about him being so nice and so sweet. And it's like you watch that movie, it's like, oh, he's throwing out those words. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
He had to be in it. Okay. He had a star in it.
Wait, sorry.
He had
Yeah,
a
the
star
que-
in it, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
star. Not
Yeah.
not a
Yeah.
not a not a
He could-
10-minute
yeah.
cameo.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he was the lead in that.
Yeah.
But say,
I
mean,
want to. I want to go. I
want.
want to go $1 Million Baby.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Boxing. Oh, okay. I never
Right.
actually watched that
Is
movie.
because the reason being is because he's never done a boxing film,
Mhm.
and this is outside his genre of
Yeah.
thing, and that's outside his genre, and he really made a great film, and the ending is really, I mean, it really hits you hard
I never watched
at
it.
the very end. Yeah,
It's so
the
good.
ending is it's a great film,
You know,
and he's not
but
a
you know
major
what?
star in it,
That
but he's a
movie made
co-star.
me,
Yeah, go on.
and that movie made me realize how much I have a problem with full contact sports and women. You know what I mean? Because you're watching Laura Swank just getting the body work. I mean, because they, she just gets ripped up at the body
Hillary?
for a while, and I'm just, Hillary, watching her, I was just like, man, I can't take this. But now if it's MMA,
Don't talk about
I'm
the end.
down
Don't
for
talk
the
about it because
MMA.
Lawrence hasn't seen it. Don't
No,
talk
I
about the
know,
end.
I
Because
know.
Lawrence, if Lawrence wants
Yeah.
to watch it, I want him to.
I know Hillary Swank's in it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
but I didn't realize that Hillary Swank was in a Karate Kid movie. until
Oh,
I
yeah.
watched it,
Yeah,
and
don't
then I
watch that.
realized,
Don't
oh,
watch
yeah.
It was
Not great.
I
It's not
watched
great.
it.
Oh.
I watched it, but I didn't realize it was her until years and years and years later. You know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not
Oh.
good.
I don't know the answer to that one. What was that TV show that he did back in the early 60s? Rowdy Yates.
I'll tell you. Hold on. I'll look.
We all have the internet.
Rawhide.
I've been on him.
Rawhide.
Was he on Rawhide?
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay. Been a minute.
That's all. Pick him up.
Giddy up,
Pick
girl.
Yeah. Rawhide.
We all know the theme song to it.
Yeah. It's just funny how you somebody says or does something, and all of a sudden your part of your brain goes,
Let's
"Oh,
see. He
here's
was
all
on
that
Mr.
information."
Ed, one episode.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but Rawhide, he was on 217 episodes.
Dang.
So we're sitting there talking about all these westerns, and with Clint, who would you, if you had to cut out and never watch another of their movies ever again, who would you cut out, the Duke or Clint?
Oh, hell no. I'm sorry, but just hell no to either.
Yeah.
That right there was.
I cut out the. If I
I
had,
told
if
you,
I
my
had
dad
to
was
make
a
a
truck
choice, I
driver.
would
I
cut
had to
out
learn how
the
to be
Duke.
a man from those two guys.
You're not even.
Yeah.
You're not even right, Lawrence. You're not even right.
Well, that's
Sorry, Clint. Love you, but no.
really, you're gonna stick with the Duke, okay?
I'm all, no. I'll yeah.
Yeah, okay. Matt,
No, I would probably
I'm cutting the
cut
Duke
out
out.
the Duke.
you're cutting the
Clint,
Duke out.
Yeah,
I cut the
Clint
Duke.
Eastwood's made a few
Clint's
of
a
my
better
favorite
actor.
movies.
Clint's totally better actor.
Wow,
I'm
loyal.
not
Yeah.
scared.
No,
I
I
could
gave you my
sit
answer. I
down and
will
watch
not.
Community Shot Liberty Valance 30
Not
times
going
in a
there.
row.
I will not. No. I mean, the thing is these guys, for me, like like you said with the Duke, you got the Sands of Iwo Jima, you've got, Hellfighter, you got, I mean, yeah, like I said, my old man, he got me addicted to those shows. I mean, the worst part for me is most of my stuff is on
Me
VHS,
too. Cut out
and
the
I
Duke.
can't get.
Yeah. Well, us older generation will take the Duke, and like I said, as much as I love Clint Eastwood, absolutely love Clint Eastwood. But,
Yeah.
No, you ain't taking out the Duke.
So, what was your
Yep.
favorite Duke movie?
Oh Jesus. I can, to be honest with you, it's hard for me to tell you what the man. Like I said, the movie I could sit and watch 30 times in a row is The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance.
Yeah.
Good movie. Yeah.
Not only Jimmy Stewart, Lee Marvin, and
Yeah, Jimmy Stewart is awesome.
I got to see Lee Marvin on Guam. He was there filming a movie, and I was a kid. I was like 10, and I was standing on the fixing to cross the street to go to my house, and one of the little base taxi cabs drove by, and Lee Marvin was sitting in the passenger seat. And I knew who Lee Marvin was because of The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. Yeah, and I said something to my folks when I got home, and Mom thought I'd lost my mind and shit, but they had it on the news that he was on the island. He was filming part of a movie he was doing.
Mhm.
And
I like that movie.
anyway, that's one of my favorite all-time movies. I could, like I said, I could sit and watch it just for hours, time after time.
Right, right.
But my favorite oh geez,
I
probably
like Rio Lobo.
probably the one I can never remember the name of the damn thing.
Mine's Big Jake.
Okay.
Mm.
Sons of Katie Elder, Big Jake, Hellfighter.
Sons of Katie Elder's a hell of a movie too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
I
another
was just,
one.
I was trying to help Jack.
Yeah, no, this is it's a war movie.
Oh, okay.
God, jeez, I can never. This is one. Kirk Douglas is in it.
Is it a World War movie?
Yes.
World War II movie.
Okay.
Yeah. Burgess Meredith is in it,
Oh.
and it's one of the. Like I said, for some reason I can never remember the name of the damn movie. I can recite lines out of the movie, but I can't remember the damn name of it.
In Harm's Way.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Google knows all.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the movie Cowboys? It's one of his last
Yeah.
movies that he ever made.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's like, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's like saying, did you see Hondo? You know, I mean, I don't know.
yeah.
Did I have enough time to sit down and watch it? Yeah, there's.
He was McClintock and the New York cop.
Yeah, yep. I watch McClintock occasionally. Yeah.
You know, I just
Now Clint was a better cop. I will admit, Clint was a better cop.
like I said, I just yeah, and no, the dude couldn't act for shit. Doesn't matter. It's the
Right,
dude.
right. No, I know what you're saying.
It's the
It's how he carried himself on film.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
I remember when I was young, first watching him. I used to think he could get on a horse, just like, boom. You know, what I mean, the man was so massive. You know, and I just always remember thinking, he's bigger than the horse. You know, and
Yeah,
stuff. And
right.
it's like it's crazy.
Wow.
Right.
Another movie that hadn't been brought up that I remember a lot was Rooster Cogburn.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah,
yes.
Rooster Cogburn. Yeah.
Eye patch is
and the
right.
lady.
That when they redid the film, I thought it was terrible. The Cogburn brothers that did the film thing, I thought it was terrible compared to the original. I love the original of that film, and then you watch the thing, and they made him out to be a sloppy drunk. I mean, in this one, it's really the old one, it's really fucking good. And then you watch this new one, and he's like this sloppy, messy drunk. I'm like, man, this is terrible.
Wasn't that Jeff Bridges in the remake?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
it
I
makes
was
Jeff
thinking
Bridges
so,
look
yeah.
like this sloppy drunk. I mean, it's like, come on, man, make it more like the original. You're trying to make it a
I'm
little
not.
bit
Yeah,
different.
I'm not going to hang that on Bridges because Bridges is a
Oh.
hell of an actor.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
but
he is,
The,
he is,
the
he is.
direction that he was put in,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah.
Now I will say, because I saw the remake before the original, so when I saw the remake, I loved it, you know. But I love the Coen brothers, and you know, obviously,
I do too.
But-
yeah. But
But
just
yeah,
think
then I saw the
you see the original, and it's like it
it's
moves
different.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a question for you guys. Okay. Who do you guys feel like is one of the most talented artists, actors? You know, who is a person name that comes to you guys first?
like musician or
Like I said, basically
multi-talented.
multi-talented artist.
Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. I'm not messing with you.
I know you're not. That's why I'm laughing. I get you.
Yeah. For
I
me,
understand.
mine is Jamie Foxx. I think Jamie
yeah.
Foxx is fantastic. The man can sing, he can act, he's a great stand-up comic. I mean, there's not a whole lot that this cat can't do, and I'm just like, man, he's special.
To him, Hugh Jackman's also another one I'd go with too. That's my second because, I mean, you see him in Les Mis, and I mean he has Broadway history too. So, I mean, it shouldn't have surprised me that he was a great singer, but he goes out there and it's like, geez.
I was ruined by Hugh Jackman. He did this spoof show, or I don't know what it was. My buddy showed it to me, but I can't see him any differently now because he's got two nuts. He's got two nuts hanging off of his chin.
It's horrible.
And I'm just like, I watched like 10. I mean, it was like torture. He's like, you gotta watch this, and I watch it, and I'm like, what is
Movie
that?
43.
Is that? And he's like, oh, it is. So I sat there and watched a little bit more. Like, you're killing me, man.
Yeah, movie 43.
Patriots.
Yeah, that was
in here.
That was something.
He says Dwayne Johnson.
There you go.
Okay. I mean, there's Will Smith too. Obviously.
And Will Smith.
But
did you hear how he's actually coming back out with a new Bad Boys? Him and Martin Lawrence.
Another one?
Hey, for what I heard, because after the slap, everybody was like, oh, and now all of a sudden I'm like, oh, it only took about 4 months. There you go.
Yep. Yeah, I did hear about that one because I saw the third one. I was kind of surprised it was better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, okay. I'm excited if they do more. And
I like Will Smith, but I can't stand Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of him either.
I'm not a huge fan of Martin Lawrence. I love Will Smith though.
Yeah,
I love Will Smith.
Yeah, that's like my wife was asking because we got talking about it. She's like, "Would you watch a Will Smith?" I'm like, "Heck yeah!" Independence Day. I'm like, he made that movie. They took Will Smith out of the next one, and I'm like,
yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah, put him back in. Yeah. Heck, he even made Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
Sort of
watchable,
tolerable. Yeah.
Yeah. You take him out of it, it's just completely garbage. It's like he should have done The Matrix. That's what he should have done. Because he got offered a Matrix. He's like, nope, not going to do that. I'm going to Wild Wild West instead.
Okay, so I'm gonna
skip
drop
the Matrix.
I'm gonna drop.
Yeah, he got
one
offered Matrix. He got offered Neo.
The best bodybuilder that ever became an actor is not Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Correct.
No, that's Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah.
No.
I know.
Sean Connery.
Oh yeah.
Sean Connery.
Oh, I didn't know he's a bodybuilder.
I didn't know.
He started off as a bodybuilder.
Yeah, as a bodybuilder.
So there you go. That's my answer right there. Is
yes,
multi-talented. Amen. I'll take Sean Connery over everybody.
I think does Daniel Day-Lewis do anything different? That he's really good. He makes shoes. He makes shoes. He's a cobbler or whatever.
Will Smith.
Why did rule?
Yep.
That was pretty funny though.
When Sean Connery passed away, I was very rarely do I get sad over actors passing away, and that was one of those days.
Yeah.
I was
Wait,
like,
he passed away.
Yeah, he did. He just died this last year. Did you know him and the actress Pussy Galore died within 6 months of each other?
Huh.
The one that affected me the most was Robin Williams.
Oh yeah.
When he passed away,
Robin Williams.
That just really, I was like, man,
a lot of people.
That's rough. And that's another guy who, multi-talented, great comedian starting out, and then learned to act and was able to do multiple different styles of acting and did great.
And to sit there and watch him improv, I mean, talk about a master class. Him and Snow, what's his name? He played a season and a half, I think, on Mork and Mindy. He mentored Robin Williams. Big, heavy set, balding guy. Seen him on Johnny Carson quite a bit.
Dom DeLuise.
That's
No,
what I
no,
was
no.
thinking.
No. This guy's, I want to say like Albert or Robert Stowe or something.
I don't
This
know.
guy was a massive comedian, improv. But these two, you get him on Johnny Carson, and Johnny.
He was Mork's
Ralph
guy
James?
from Orc, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is
like
that
I
what you're
said,
talking about?
He was
The-
Mork's
his
son. He was Mork's
Okay.
son. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
what's his
uh,
name?
Jonathan Winters.
Winters. See, I knew
Winters,
Snow was right.
yes.
Yeah.
Jonathan Winters.
Them two.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
telling you right now, oh man, I would have loved to just sit there and because I like watched Johnny Carson a couple times where they were on together. Johnny would ask one question and just sit back and just laugh. He'd watch these guys go off, and the way that Robin Williams would mess with the cameraman constantly with his motions and stuff. I love that.
I miss Carson, dude.
Mhm.
Yeah, really.
That was a
Seriously.
late show. That was a late show.
Absolutely. Good Lord. This crap they got on now.
It's funny when Matt showed up in the chat and he's like, "Why are we talking coffee?"
Yeah. I hopped on. I was like, okay, I'll listen
delicious.
to the stream while I play some games, and then I turn on. I hear, oh yeah, coffee with butter in it. It's like, we're talking coffee. Okay.
Yes.
Well, see, this is what our Patreon is normally every
Okay.
Thursday, but we were busy recording. Our recording ran late,
And
so
I
Lawrence-
completely forgot to make it unlisted.
Yeah.
But hey, that's a benefit for people that aren't part of Patreon. So
There you go.
they
And it
get to see what it's like.
And also reminded me to check the Patreon. Saw that it didn't go through, so made sure it went through.
Awesome.
Made a $5.01 pledge. Added an extra
Oh.
cent.
Oh,
There you go.
There you go. That's awesome.
Have you checked out the Discord?
Yeah, I just joined it. I think right before I hopped on.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
So
Yeah,
I
we're
am
getting a
on
lot
there.
of good. That Discord's getting pretty lively. We're gonna have to create a something for people that don't watch video games because these
Right,
guys, they're really, really invested in a video game.
I got
Yeah.
Toxic Outrage. Yep. Matt. There we go. Toxic Outrage and Matt. All of you joined today. That's awesome. Thanks.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, you missed my story earlier why my foot hurt so bad, a cat, and that's why I was so ticked off about the cat. I stepped like full on my cat earlier,
Oh.
and then went down the stairs and busted my toes up and broke my coffee cup, that I use, my bucket of coffee, and my cat.
His pot of coffee.
Yeah, my pot of coffee. I no longer have it no more. That's why I'm using a freaking soup bowl.
This is from Top.
It took my regular. Yeah, apparently it's. I got you in Discord right here, man. I see it. Said you joined at. Hold on. Let me. Whoa.
See, I get it.
There it is. Says you joined at 9:38. And Outrage joined at 9:39. And then Matt joined an hour later.
Yeah. All right.
Real quick, Matt, you want to tell everybody where you're from?
Yeah. Give everyone
Yeah.
a little information about you.
From Inside Horseshoe, haven't uploaded, and I just realized a month. And the reason
Wow.
why I was just gonna take a small break, just let the batteries recharge, just because there was nothing going on. I was like, okay, this is a good time to take a break. Then I had a bunch of family stuff happen, and here we are, a month later, still haven't uploaded. But I will be uploading soon on Inside the Horseshoe.
Well, you join Derek and Cody quite a bit over there on Bring the Juice too. So
Yeah, I do hop on from time to time.
yeah.
So it was the first time I was on stream for really anybody in like probably 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
What, the last time I was there?
No, I mean last time I was on a stream.
Oh, so that was about how long ago it was when I joined and you were there.
Yeah, I think that was the last one I was on. Was when
Wow.
you were on, and
Okay.
but
All right.
yeah, but I should be getting back into it. Hopefully, this upcoming week. see. Got some funeral stuff to plan too, so it just depends
Oh,
with all that. So once that's all
Wow.
passed, I'll be back.
okay.
A lot of that going on lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just went to one 2 days ago, yesterday.
Mm. Damn. Say I
2
went
days
to
ago.
one,
Yeah.
I went to one on Wednesday for one aunt, and then like 2 weeks after she passed, another aunt of mine passed away. So it's like, what's going on? So, but yeah, I'll be back and doing
I had
stuff.
I had an aunt pass last month, and I
Mm.
can't make it to Texas because she was in Texas, so I couldn't
Oh.
make it to her funeral.
Yeah,
But
that's-
yeah. Oh, sorry, Toxic man. That's awful news, man.
yeah. Sorry to
Um,
hear that.
Oh,
Sorry to hear that.
Oh, that
My,
yeah,
my
that's
condolences,
terrible.
man.
Really.
what's that one above that, Lawrence? Is that one we got to take care of?
Not yet. Nope. What's up, Fidal?
Hmm.
We see you in here. Well, it's going on 2 hours, and again, my foot is it's on fire right now. It's slowly getting hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter, and
Needs ice. It needs ice.
more thumping, and because I've been sitting in this chair for all day, right?
Yeah.
All day. So
Yeah, you need to
I
get
ain't
it up.
I ain't had time. It was almost literally like an hour after it happened is
Mhm.
when I was like, oh no, I have when Engrave and DM me and say, can you go now? And I was like, give me 15 minutes to get set up, and I start limping around the house trying to get everything set up.
Yeah,
So-
that's not a race. That's not a race you want to win, is it, Tom?
No, that sucks, man.
It's crazy. He sat there and I don't know about you, Tommy, but for me, I have my brother. We're about just under 2 years apart, so we were constantly in competition. And now it's like, of all the people on this planet that I would sit there and really confide in or need, if I needed, assistance or insight, that would be the guy I'd turn to. So it's crazy how you sit there and at first you're like, mortal enemies, I'm everything to beat you, and I give all to own your soul. And now it's like, oh man, I don't want to imagine life without you.
I lost that person 2 years ago. It was my grandmother,
Hmm.
my last grandparent. She
Oh,
was
yeah.
everything to me,
Mhm.
everything. So yeah, I lost her right when COVID started, like in January of that year. Yeah.
Yeah. Say I lost a grandparent like right when COVID started too. That was weird, like funeral stuff, because it was like everybody was all separated, and you could only have like a limit on the people where I was at. And
See, the COVID restrictions hadn't hit yet because they didn't even
Okay.
realize that COVID was even in the U.S. yet. My grandma
Okay.
died like right on the edge of that, and then the COVID restrictions happened like a week later. Yeah,
yeah,
and
mine passed. I think right after they started letting people go out again. So yeah, we could only have like I think 10 or 15 people go, and then like everybody else was there because of Zoom. We just had a Zoom meeting set up for everybody to join.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still planning a celebration of life for my wife, so
Yeah,
I'm waiting as we had three family members that we definitely want to be there, all having surgeries in the next week or two. So nobody's going to be able to travel. But it's the good thing about having a cremation is you can do this at any time.
Yeah.
So that's what my wife, her aunt was the one we went for, and they had to wait for all the children. I guess she had like 6 kids, and 3 of them were out in California. Sorry to them. And, so they had to wait for them to get everybody to find their way back, from their life and stuff. So it was like 3 weeks. But like Jack said, they'd already done the procedure and cremated her and stuff. So it was just the ceremony aspect of it.
Yeah. And that's what she wanted, was a celebration of life. So I said, well, I can do that. So that's what we're doing. And coordinating with her sister and her brother, and because she knew a lot of people. So
Well, guys, I am going to jump off here so that I can.
You're
Put
not
my
either.
foot
You
in
don't want to
close.
land. You jump off here. That
I got
landing's
one
gonna
good
hurt so
foot.
bad.
I got one good foot. Darn it.
Hey,
What's up,
I'm a
Matt?
paramedic, so ice your foot 20 minutes. If you can ice it up, you do that. But if you can get some ice on it, okay, and then put your foot up above your heart, okay.
Yeah.
But get some ice
It
on
works.
it to get
I
to
plan
get the
on- I plan on
Love it.
putting some water in the tub and then dropping some ice in there and then dropping my
Yeah.
foot in that sucker for a while.
20 minutes. 20
Yeah.
minutes, and then put your foot up.
Yep.
And then
All
you
right,
can repeat
guys.
it if you want to.
All right, guys. The video for the Browns will be out tomorrow. I'll get to editing that when I get up in the morning. Obviously, I didn't have time because I went straight from there to here.
Yeah.
But it was a really good one with Quincy Carrier, Ingraven, the one that we covered for the Ravens today. I posted that about 3, something like that, about 3 o'clock. That was a really good video too, I think. Man, I love meeting new people. That was the first time I actually got to sit down and talk with Ingraven, and he's so intelligent and respectful. I love people who are just good people. You know? Yeah,
Just good people with good, common interests.
Yep.
We may not like the same teams, but we can sit there and talk respectful and learn about each other.
Absolutely. But I'm jumping off here. You guys are welcome to stay. I'm just not a loyalist. I don't know if you're staying.
No, I'm tapping out tonight.
Okay. I'm ending the broadcast right now. So those of you who are watching and are not in here, thanks for watching. And don't forget to join Patreon. You could find it. It's not hard. It's under Lawrence Owen. So
yeah,
very simple.
And don't forget to look for the link at the top.
Anybody can find it.
Yeah.
And don't forget to look for the link in the top of the chat whenever it renews itself. There's a Discord link.
Absolutely. Until next time, have a good one. And